What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Booba Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So Eddie Hearn has been caught lying once again to Anthony Joshua, man. He's been telling Anthony Joshua that Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury numbers haven't done that well, that they didn't sell out the Staples Center. It's about time that Anthony Joshua stands on his own too, man. Anthony Joshua, if you get a hold of these videos, man, and you watch these videos and you watch social media, man, it's about time that you stand on your own too. We can no longer keep blaming Eddie Hearn for this. It got to come a point in time where you do your own research. How can Eddie Hearn possibly say that they didn't sell out the Staples Center? I was personally there. There wasn't a seat in the house. Not one seat in the house. He's saying that the numbers didn't do relatively well. The pay-per-views didn't do well. Well, that's another lie, because now the new reports out. Yesterday, I reported that the pay-per-views did 300,000 pay-per-view buys. Now they're estimating that the reports that's coming out saying that the pay-per-view are possibly topping over 400,000 pay-per-view buys. So how can Eddie Hearn possibly say that the pay-per-view buys didn't do well? If pay-per-views did 400, that means Deontay Wilder top Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather, and the likes of Oscar De La Hoya at gates and pay-per-views. So how could you possibly say that he didn't do well when he tops Canelo Alvarez, Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather is the pay-per-view king. And these numbers, Floyd Mayweather versus Andre Berto, his last official boxing match, only did 400,000. If Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury does 400,000, then he just equal what Floyd Mayweather did. Numerous Canelo Alvarez fights only did 300 to 350 pay-per-view buys. But you never hear Eddie Hearn saying that Canelo Alvarez is not the pay-per-view king, right? Is not the most popular boxer in the sport of boxing right now. Actually, he praises Canelo Alvarez. So if at this point Deontay Wilder does 300 to 400 pay-per-view buys, that's more than Canelo Alvarez did in his first pay-per-view. This is Deontay Wilder's first pay-per-view. This is more than Canelo Alvarez did in his fourth pay-per-view. So how could you say the pay-per-view numbers, Anthony Joshua, if you listening to this is foolishness. And now Eddie Hearn comes out and states that he will not be tricked into, or they would not be fooled into doing silly deals with Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Listen, and Anthony Joshua is going along with this. I don't know if Anthony Joshua actually believes this at this point in time, but now he's allowing the wool to be pulled over his eyes, and now all the blame has to be placed on Anthony Joshua. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Point blank and period. And if Anthony Joshua is allowing this, all the blame has to be placed on Anthony Joshua. I can no longer place blame on Eddie Hearn not wanting this fight, on Barry Hearn not wanting this fight. Barry Hearn just came out and stated that it's a good thing we didn't take the $50 million to get robbed in the States. So at one point you said the $50 million didn't even exist. Now you're saying it's a good thing you didn't take it. I mean, at this point in time, all the blame has to be placed on Anthony Joshua. All of the blame. Point blank and period. I've spoken to numerous of people that say, oh man, you can't tear down a black man. Don't tear Anthony Joshua down. Well, guess what? I'm not tearing him down. It's just foolishness at this point. And Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are not even focused. This is a ploy because Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are not focused on Anthony Joshua anymore. Right? He's not the only show in town. And it's been proven now. They do 400,000 pay-per-view buys. It's being reported today that they possibly did 400,000 plus pay-per-view buys at this point in time. Right? And that the Gates rival only Oscar De La Hoya. So they broke Gates numbers. It's being argued that they did 17 million at the gate. Right? Or 10 million. I'm not sure. They did record gate numbers at the Staples Center in California. That hasn't been done since Oscar De La Hoya. Okay? So for Eddie Hearn to come out and state that they did relatively low pay-per-view numbers. 400,000? 350 to 400,000 is relatively low. Floyd Mayweather did 400,000 with Andre Berto. Canelo Alvarez did 300,000 with Erislandy Lara. He did 320,000 with Liam Smith, another UK fighter. That's relatively low, doing more than Canelo Alvarez and Floyd Mayweather in the States, right? Not selling out the Staples Center is a lie. I was at the Staples Center. It was not one seat in there. And anybody that was at the Staples Center could tell you there's not one seat in there. Not one. So how's he talking about the Staples Center wasn't sold out? When Anthony Joshua just fought, he didn't sell out Wembley. They gave away 10,000 seats. It's ridiculous at this point. And Anthony Joshua, the blame has to be placed on you. A lot of people had told me they don't want to tear Anthony Joshua down. Anthony Joshua wants this fight. Anthony Joshua does not want this fight. He does not want to fight Tyson Fury, and he does not want to fight Deontay Wilder. And he mentioned, this is what Eddie Hearn mentioned, that he's not going to do silly deals with Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder because their fight didn't do that well. He's not a good businessman. Eddie Hearn, you're not a good businessman. You're lying. You're trying to lie to the public when there's proof in the pudding. Social media is too big of a platform these days to lie about this type of stuff. You just can't do it. Point blank and period. Anthony Joshua, it's time for you to wake up. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, Blue, I don't want to tear down another black man." Well, guess what? It's not tearing down another black man. It's waking up another black man. And you need to wake up at this point in time, Anthony Joshua. Point blank and period, man. Stop being fooled. Stop going along with the circus show. Wake up and smell the coffee, man. Go do your own research at this point in time. That's all I got, man. This is frustrating listening to Anthony Joshua. As people tell me all the time, they don't want to tear down another black man, but you letting the black man go along being tricked in the circus. Dangle carrots in his face and tell him stuff is, and give him illusions and let him go and let him be in the dream world. Well, if you don't want to tear him down, to help somebody need to help wake him up at this point in time, because it's becoming sad now. Point blank and period. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury did huge numbers for their first pay-per-view event. 400,000 is being reported that it could top 400,000. And the gates have broke record numbers since Oscar De La Hoya. And you're going to tell the public that they didn't do well and Anthony Joshua could go along with this? Yeah, he's asleep. But that's all I got, man. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hey, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shouts out to the entire LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. This your boy Blue. That's all I got for y'all, man. Eddie Hearn trying to say Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury didn't do well. Pay-per-views didn't do well. They did almost 400,000 is being reported this morning. And the gates is only rivaled by Oscar De La Hoya in decades. But he trying to say it didn't do well and the Staples Center didn't sell out when I was personally there. And anybody that was personally there and listened to Eddie Hearn, any writer, any reporter that was personally there and listened to Eddie Hearn need to challenge what he's talking about. Point blank and period. Peace.